We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app. You can always find us, too, on that local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station, but don't forget to watch us. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, the U.S. Army Engineer Research and Development Center, also known as ERDC Library, which is divided into 3 locations, but one of those great locations is right here in Vicksburg, Mississippi. They are the first in the Department of Defense to take part in a partnership with Google Books, and I think this is pretty cool. So joining us today is Joy Brooks. She is the ERDC Librarian, and she's the Google Project Lead. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you.
Now, do y'all call it ERDC for short, or do y'all have another nickname for the whole center?
We call it ERDC.
I knew it. I couldn't remember. I remember I got corrected last time, Joy, but I was like, you know what? She'll tell me if I got it wrong because it's a big name. Y'all definitely need a short name for that. So ERDC there. Okay, this is a really cool partnership. I think it's neat. How did this partnership with Google Books come together for ERDC?
Well, our Google Books project started with the Army librarian, Mike Minosi, was approached by Google regarding data from mosquito repellent studies from the Army had completed. And he coordinated a meeting with the library representatives from the Army Futures Command and the USACE Command, which is the Corps of Engineers Command. And the conversation led to identifying there was a gap in Google Books when it came to the Army's technical knowledge. So we agreed to see if we could move forward with a scanning project, and ERDC Library was selected as a starting point because of our large collection.
That's that's really cool. So, Joy, when someone says, what is Google Books? Because I feel like we kind of know digital books. Is it like, your little Kindle reader on your phone? Is it, something that you go online and kind of, obviously it's in digital format, but how do you describe Google Books?
Well, to access Google Books, you definitely have to go online, but it's a public database of full text and of books and magazines that are scanned by Google.
So it's just so it's not necessarily it is a digital format, but somebody had to painstakingly scan all of this information in so it could be digitized. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. They have like a digitization center where they scan stuff. So yeah, so someone definitely had to scan all of those items that you see in Google Books online.
So how long does that kind of process take, Joy? That feels like a very tedious process.
Yes, it's a very tedious process, but for us, it takes 8 weeks for them to scan and get the material back to us.
So who is selecting the books or the magazines or the literature that gets scanned in for the Army's library?
Actually, Google Books select the items that actually go into our database, our online catalog, which is displays a collection of the items that we have, and they select the items that they don't have, and they send us like a pick list, and from that list, we send them the items they requested, but we send them public release items, because they don't know going into our catalog which items are restricted and which items are available for public.
So, Ms. Joy, what is the long-term benefit of this partnership? I know it's really cool that you guys are the largest library, I think, in the Army. Obviously, there's a lot of good opportunity here to educate servicemen and women, but what's that long-term benefit look like with this partnership?
The advantage to ERDC is that it will increase the visibility of ERDC and USAID research, which can lead to other research opportunities. So the long-term advantage there is just more access to public information.
Good deal. Who's going to get to utilize these online books? Who will be the everyday user?
The everyday user, the public.
Okay.
Everyone gets to access these Army technical knowledge reports. So everyone. That's
a good thing for us all to know. So how long will this project, or will it always be ongoing, Joy? Will there always be new information sort of coming in and you guys sort of organizing and cataloging it, or is it kind of like one big project and then it's up and done?
It's kind of one big project and it's up and done. Technically, it would take a year. We started in the beginning, like gathering the information and stuff in January, and we plan to be finished December for the Vicksburg location, and then next year we will move into our other location, which you mentioned, which is Hanover, New Hampshire, and Champaign, Illinois. So overall, I would probably say a year and a half.
So you got a busy rest of the year, Miss Joy.
Yes, we do, but I work with a good team, so
So,
we can handle it.
so at the end of the year, will it go essentially like go live for the public to be able to utilize, or can we now still access maybe what's already been uploaded as you guys are in your process?
Yes, you can actually, after the 8 weeks, they actually put it in the Google Books, so you can actually go in Google Books and you can search by the item by title, and you should be able to pull up the item. So it actually, after 8 weeks, it goes live in Google Books.
This is really neat. Miss Joy, what does it feel like being the lead librarian on such a big partnership?
It feels wonderful, but I couldn't have done anything without the librarian team, the librarian staff. So they make being lead easy. So we all kind of work together. So it has been an awesome experience.
How big is your librarian team there at ERDC?
Overall, we probably have like 23 people on staff. So we are pretty, and that's all 3 locations, which is Vicksburg, Hanover, and Champaign. So we are a very large staff. So.
Well, I think that's a very big dedicated team to making sure that good information is out there in Google Books and obviously on the library. So how would you best tell folks listening to Good Things to take advantage of that public information? Obviously, it won't be completed and done until like December, but where do we go? How do we search for things? How can we use your library, Miss Joy?
Well, you can actually use our library if you type in your regular search engine, ERDC Library. It will pull up our page, and you can click on our online catalog. You can click on our digital repository, and the items that we are scanning or getting scanned, we're also going to eventually put them into the digital repository. So you can search anything. You can type in a subject term, or if you know the exact title, and it should be able to pull up for you.
All righty. Well, it's such a good resource that I feel like more folks should know about and use, and be proud that that's housed, part of it, at least a third of it, is housed right here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and doing some good. You'll have to come back in December, Miss Joy, when it's all said and done, and we'll celebrate that all that scanning and uploading is done for you.
Yes, thank you.
All righty. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that those kinds of things